And while we are on this, I am appealing to the governors of the Eastern region. In fact, not only the Eastern region, now I mean the whole of the Eastern region, the Biafran states, from Ebonyi to Delta to Bayelsa to Rivers and name it, all of you, all your governors. What I'm asking you to do tonight, Abia State Governor, I know that you will not fail your people, that your name, that the poor people will continue to talk about you. Anambra State Governor, that the people will talk about you. Enugu State Governor, Ebonyi State, Delta State, River State, all of you.
Now you all understand why we say anything ESN henceforth is criminal working for one Nigerian government. Because from here now, you can get all the evidences. So anytime you see any attack or display somewhere, and at the end of the day, they start saying ESN, ESN, understand that the ESN now works for one Nigerian government. They are part and parcel of the Islamic Jihad, moving from one place to another to cause havoc. And you can hear this non-entity here, this Chika Edoziem, expressing his gratitude for the Nigerian government governors, which they work together. And he's overconfident of them. He is not overconfident of Biafra again, no. He is overconfident of the Nigerian government now. That the Nigerian government are doing well after they sold out Martin Amdekano. They are doing well by doing what? Coming to massacre the people of Biafra, kill babies, slaughter, and cut off heads at impulse. It is now left for you all to decide whether you will still continue to be sending your money to this one Nigeria to be coming to massacre your people, or whether you are for Biafra, or whether you are for the BRGIE and the de facto government in the homeland, which is saddled with the sole responsibility of defending motherland. My minister, Vam Vam Vam, I don't know what is wrong with your network. I've been giving you mic to come up, but your network is pulling you off. So, when you come up, you can speak. I salute all Biafrans and all the ministers of BRGIE, and all the administrators, and the de facto, and all the executives, and all the admins and coordinators of all countries where IPOB are domiciled. I salute all the reps in all the continents of the world serving under the government of BRGIE. And super salute to the Prime Minister, and super salute to the gallant men on ground who are making motherland safe and sound. We salute your courage and let the fire continue to burn because the seat is getting hotter. My Minister Vam Vam Vam, I know you're at work. You have the mic before we hand over to
Thank you.
the co-host.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, my able, formidable Minister of Communication. You are leading us well, and I appreciate the grace and tenacity you've got. And we need strong hands like you to really keep this ship moving. Thank you, fellow Biafrans. You can see that we are all in the safe hands. From our own Ogada Gidi, our supreme leader, to our own Obato Obie, to our own Minister of Communication. Onye Obuna, Ekwerego Kwechiri, that we no go agree, we go nowhere. And up till now, everybody can now see who is who. You know, you cannot see who is the torchbearer of Biafra. You cannot see who are the enemies trying to put off the light. So I don't have much time. At the place of work, I just want to say kudos to us for standing firm and making sure we defend motherland. And I want to tell you, very, very soon, it will be Uhuru. But remember, it is not yet Uhuru, but it will be Uhuru very, very soon. Whether or not we win is a matter of days. We will begin to see it when we begin to count our blessings and we will name them one by one. The enemies have been spotted, we have known them, and all we need to do now is to focus and make sure we win completely and without any form of doubt, because we're going to clear them. It's going to be 0 to our enemies. 0. They are not going to score any goal against us. Thank you very much, people of God. We move. Chika Edoziem. All of you that have been saying structure, structure, structure. Now you see what structure have led you to. You know, those that are left of you, the remnant, the ship is still open. Hop in now before we close the door. Enough is enough. We are sailing to Biafra.
Thank you, my minister. Co-host, ministers of the Gospel of Biafra, co-host Stella and Jiwak, you have the steering. I acknowledge the presence of my minister Otumwamoya and my minister 247. They will from here. Stella and Jiwak, please, over to you, please.
Thank you. Thank you, my Minister of Information. I salute you. All the ministers in the house, I salute you. Good morning from here. Can we give the mic to Minister Otungwamanya? Sir, you have the mic. Your hand is up.
Yes, thank you so much. Good morning, great Biafrans. Umu Chineke ndewono. I am boiling hearing this. Please, everybody here, please endeavor to share this very space. It's very, very important. And my minister, Sonia Barawa, I must thank you for bringing this up. And I will plead, endeavor to play that record, maybe in every 10 minutes, so that people who were not here from the beginning of this, they will hear it. We have been saying this from the beginning. These people sold our leader, our dear leader, Mazinam Kano. And people are jumping up and down doing their rubbish. Well, it is so disheartening. Oh, they would tell them, look at what these people did. We are not going to forgive these people. We cannot. So men are criminals. I don't have much to say, but I just want that to be repeated every now and then so that people will hear it and share this space. Share it so everybody will gather and know something very important, something vital to prove our prime minister's justice and rights all this long. So this one alone is enough to clear every doubt of all the gullible people. Please do that. Do so. It's very important. Thank you so much. Dewan.
Thank you, sir, our minister. So I want to appreciate the presence of everybody. Good morning from here. Jidewa, I salute you. Ugochukwu, Brian, Justice, Chi, Biafra Holy Movement. I salute you. I salute you, Akachukwu, Simon, Shimon, Chooks. We are many here. So good morning, everyone. Good morning. Let me go down, 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 down. Oh my God, we are many. Emeka, I salute you. Chukwu Emeka. Chukwuneke. Okuchi, I salute you. Jesse Udo, I salute you. Eze Chuku, I salute you. Joseph, I salute everyone. Good morning from here and straight to the topic. Chika Edoziem confessed. We sold ESN to Nigeria Islamic Jihadist government. Finally. Finally. Is there anybody still confused? Because if you're still working with these people, it then means that you know what you're doing. We have gotten to the stage where you won't say you don't know. So if you're still donating your money to them, working with them in the name of Biafra, restoration of Biafra freedom, by now you should know. If not, you are fake also like them. You are a sellout like them. So we are reaching out to all the ignorant Biafrans that are still working with IP. We call them IPOB Nigeria. We also call them ESN because ESN doesn't exist anymore. So when you hear them that we entered into the camp of ESL, it's fake news. In fact, they have sold the people they are supposed to be working with. That's what it means. This is also why we call them saboteurs. So this morning, confession is now raining in on how they sold ESN to Nigeria Islamic Jihadist government through the old Southeast governors with the fake intentions of paying the soldiers. Hey, the governors told them, don't worry, we will be paying your soldiers instead of you having them and you're not paying them. That be go. They sold the ESN, killed the Biafran men also for money. So they were and are still pretending that they are fighting for Biafra freedom, ladies and gentlemen. Today, we are able to debunk their lies. We can also see it. Our PM told us then that they have really sold ESN and they started yabbing him and mocking our PM. These people, after all, were never for Biafra. And now all eyes can see their sabotage. They are sabotaging. They will kill poor Biafran civilians, women and men and children, and target, is a Menke or is a Simon Eba's men. They also sold Biafra radio and used it to sabotage the same leader of the IPOB they said they were with. In fact, they even sold the leader himself to the Fulani Islamic Nigeria government with millions. Now they are working with the governors to continue to deal with our people, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you are no more confused. Please share. Because some people are saying, if you refuse to understand it from today, it then means you are mapped out to, in fact, that you are also a saboteur. And now they are working with the governors, IPOB Nigeria. We call them DOS. We also now call them ESN. We call them sabos. They are working with the governors to continue to deal with our people. But thank God, ladies and gentlemen, because Biafrans have been able to create a country within a country. And we have formed Biafra Armed Forces. We have created liaison offices worldwide. We have also launched database system. We are using it. And here, Biafrans, the government will know Biafrans and the government will serve Biafrans well. We have also launched and approved Biafra Federal Reserve, Biafra Digital Currency, Biafra Coin, ladies and gentlemen, and we call it a Gemma. In fact, we are having a self-referendum, and Biafrans all over the whole world are voting yes to exit Nigeria. Furthermore, this year, 2024, Biafra Convention is coming up towards the end of the year in Finland. Our Biafrans are already registering for the convention travel. The Biafra finally will be restored this year. Spread the news and tell the whole world that Biafra is here. Furthermore, Fulani Islamic Nigeria Army, via their Vanguard newspaper, will continue to carry fake news. I call it takia. I call it lies concerning IPOB. Which IPOB, ladies and gentlemen? Now we know they have sold this same IPOB they are calling about or talking about. They have sold the ESN they are talking about. They are now turning around and killing the so-called soldiers they're supposed to be working with, that they're supposed to be paying. The Biafra Liberation Army Command in that area is intact, like our PM told us this morning. We don't have any injury recorded on BLA. But the Fulani Islamic Nigeria Army mortuary has evidence of the water, ladies and gentlemen. Therefore, BLA will continue to remove all the traces of Nigeria government in Biafra land. Nigeria armored tankers imported from America, from Afghanistan, from Turkey. Ladies and gentlemen, we are facing many enemies. But you see, every weapon imported into our land will be destroyed. And our land will continue to consume all the Fulani Islamic Nigeria Army jihadists. Therefore, are you supporting Biafra government financially? Are you supporting Biafra armed forces financially? Please do. Do. So that this year, Biafra finally will be restored. I want to appreciate everyone for being around. I salute everyone. I will go to our co-host, G. Dewak. You have the mic, sir. G. Dewak, are you there? Can somebody hear me? Okay.
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay. Jidewa, are you free to speak now? Okay, we go to Ugochukwu. Sir, you have the mic. Ugo.
Yeah, thank you, my sister. And thank you, our Minister of Information. I salute you, my brother. And I salute our lovely brother, also one of our great media, Ugo 247. I salute you, my own blood brother, all our minister, Otumwamwanya, and all our brothers and sisters, and many of our ministers that are here. I greet each and every one of you. Of course, before I proceed, before I talk about imbecilic people, I will salute our leader, Mazin Nnamdi Kanu, and I will salute our great and lovely
We
Prime
can hear you,
Minister.
Stella.
JD, I think you're having a network issue.
Who is speaking, please?
Ugo, can you hear me?
Hello,
JD,
can anyone hear me, please?
Yes, we can hear you. Can you hear me?
Ugochukwu, is anyone speaking?
Yes.
Okay, I'll go out and come back in.
Yeah, just do that. So, I salute our PM, our prayer answer. I salute you, my brother, and my leader, and the chosen one among millions. Everyone have to accept that and understand it. And above all, I salute our Liberation Army, Biafra Defense Force, one of the best in the world. I salute each and every one of you. The propaganda may be raised against the special ones because you are special and you are doing the needful. You made the right choice to be honest to the motherland. And they have no other option, only to talk and make propaganda. But the main thing is that, is there any IDP camp in our land? No. Is our people running hater-scatter from their cities and their villages? No, apart from where the criminals that Chika Edoziem have hope on. You know, these guys, if they listen to, I don't know if they do listen to themselves. After made mention of the governors came to us, not army now. So this is why you have been meeting the terrorists in uniform you call army. That means you have been meeting them. Now the governors came to you, not the army now. So you have been meeting the army. I don't know if they are, I don't know if it's unfortunate that Biafra give birth to many, but some few fools who don't even know what they are doing. They don't know what they're talking about. That is number one. He also said that now they after the governors, so-called governors, the non-entities, aka governors, came to you. You hand them over for payment for the men. They still go back and clear it. Well, they did a good job. They did a good job for the troublemakers. Where dead bodies of our sisters be floated around is a troublemaker, right? Where people are being kidnapped by these people is a troublemaker, right? Just like no different with you with northern criminals called their elders. Who's supposed to call a terrorist, they call it bandit because they don't know how to call low to call it troublemakers. Because that one has gone above troublemakers in another level. They decided to choose bandit. The same thing like Chika Edoziem right now. You know, these guys, in the midst of where they rape our sisters, use the same men asking them, I hope it was 3 times they rape you, not 5 times. These are the people you call troublemakers. I could remember a friend of mine, his brother just arrived from one part of Europe I don't want to mention. The same people called this guy, because this guy has a mansion in where he has in the east, a beautiful mansion. I don't know how they get his number. He said his ESN that he need to drop some money, or if not, they know where his house is. They mention his house. They didn't know that the person you are talking to is a badass and he understands what is going on. The person tell them that if you do not, I'm gonna track you and I know where you are calling from. He said his ESN from us. So fortunately, the sister needed to call me. Then I tell her, okay. At the end of the day, they needed to know that the guy know what they know. They need to call back again and say, sorry, it was not you. It was someone else. And they keep calling people, this bastard criminal. This same Chika Edoziem boys. And that is why they keep calling ESN, ESN. These guys are a bunch of sellouts, bunch of lunatic. You know, all their prayer, all these years, they have been thinking that they have found an empire of money-making machines, which is the Biafrans all over the world. You answer chief head of DOS. You know, once you come into their midst, even if you are into their midst, you have to relegate yourself as a puppet, just to keep watching them with a careful interest. If you ever try to speak like the way I was speaking right now, some of them are shocked. I've been in their midst all this while. I never want to speak a word. They do these meetings of IPOB branch in my house. I keep watching like a moron. Even there are representatives in my own territory who come to my house. I never speak to him. He look at me as a fool. You just keep watching. I understand. But if you ever say something, they will relegate you or blackmail you or even poison you. But that is by the way. The governors and the useless people he was talking about, now he's praising OT, a distraction. A Fulani distraction who has a deal with the same terrorists in uniform to protect their Abia state. After that, they come with a power plant and blah, 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 blah. And their brother, one of the best brain on the planet Earth, is in the hands of the Fulanis. He never dispute. You're talking about lighting Aba, which is fake. The same people he's talking about. Or are you to? I have been there all these years. They were praising the one they call Abaribe. The same one who called his people criminals. Can you imagine that by any means there is a newspaper right now that Boko Haram, 20 of them have been killed by Nigerian soldiers? Do you think all those northern criminals will keep quiet? The answer is no. But these lunatics jubilate to tell you the type of we bless God that God reserves people like us, people like our PM, people like our government today, for day like this. God knows what would have been the fate of our people. They would have sold them out, the whole village is out, before you could. The same Peter Mba that was looking for a way to sell land to Fulanis to come and ravage our villages. You know, our mothers in the rural areas, the first time they saw caterpillar in their life was Peter Mba. They didn't know that caterpillar can be able to clear roads and make it smooth. But their coming was to destroy their farms. That was who? those fighting for you is saying that they are the good guys. The same Abaribe, let me go back to Abaribe. They used to praise him. And I don't know this guy, but the same guy, even at the point I was thinking that he's a nice guy though, because the way they were praising him. But this guy opened his mouth. He said last time he called us criminals. We are all criminals. Yes, because I'm among those criminals. He's calling because I'm a Biafran and I am doing everything like my own capable to make sure that things are well. I am among this because if you call our government, our PM Simon Ekpa criminal, I'm also the criminal because I am not supporting Simon. I am with him because I'm not an outsider. He is the son of the soil like me. The difference is he's my leader. We are all. If you call him a criminal, you call me a criminal. If you don't understand this, understand it right now. We should minimize that word I'm supporting. You're not supporting. You are in with him. If they call him a terrorist, you are being called terrorist. These are very open mouth in their useless, poverish, smelling chamber or whatever they may call it, and said their safe heaven is people are being kidnapped. Even their head are being kidnapped in their safe heaven called Abuja, the place they rewarded the one that massacred his people, Obibo. They rewarded him to be a minister of FCT. That their safe heaven are being attacked. People travel from their villages to come to the city to come and sleep and go back in there. And why some sleep on the trees for attack? So if they are that, can you imagine that they are not safe anymore? Then listen to this. God forbid that is one of them. Listen, if you don't listen to that video, God forbid it is one of them, right? Okay, we are going there. Then, God forbid it is one of them. Do you know what that means? God forbid that you are not the senators. Chukwemeka, Chinedu, fine. Ugochukwu, Chisom. God forbid you are not the senator that can able to send your families abroad, get treatment abroad, pay 40,000 pounds a semester abroad. God forbid that you are the one. You are the one who received the allocation, not doing the water, not fixing the road. God forbid that you are not the one who can be able to fly around the way you want. God forbid that you are not the one in charge of the benefit of the criminal empire they are eating. God forbid that we are not the one. They are the one. You understand? God forbid you are not in their position. God, glory be to God that they are the one in charge, in that position. They speak, but we have come to listen to them. We follow them morning and night. They are every minute. Because the bad news for them is that the gods of our land give birth to wonder keys. As our PM analyze, so many of us learn that you can sit down for a few seconds, no matter how busy, and articulate and reason to what garbage coming out from those that have killed us for many years. He believed for people who have never given our mothers light. Some have stumbled stones and died. Call your family in the night, in the east. Call them. Tears will run out of your eyes. Why there is a light in the under tunnels, 24 hours where you are driving your car. There is a light that shows where your tire should be. But light for your mother to cook is not there. And this motherfuckers that all of us contribute our money together, drink stupid water, take useless oath together, are collaborating with those who make our mothers, make our pregnant women to stumble and die on the road. No transportation, no nothing. You see, Chika, Edoziem, man, some of us, as one of our brothers said yesterday night, my uncle, that so many people, very dangerous, are hiding under this. Dangerous don't mean that we are evil against you, but those that will break your goddamn bones. You live in what they call it, Switzerland, right? It's a pity, man, that some of us live in. I don't know. Some of you live in Switzerland. Does it mean that you don't know where this motherfucker are living? Does it mean? I didn't say anyone should be violent, but bro, some of you know what's up. I don't know. Some of you know what's up. What I'm talking about. I don't need to come here to. Some of you know what's up and what's up. You have a free visa. I don't know. You have if you are in one country, but these guys has caused too much harm. Listen to these guys. You will vomit. Listen to these guys. These are people that have been shouting on the radio. We pay money from since how many years? And look at the other one called the faceless bastard, complaining that he traveled from going to hear your house to whatever the attack is convoy. Now, and a jobless idiot in Kuwait is now moved with convoy. I don't care. You can move if you're criminal, but it does. I don't care. But in expense of the blood of our people, you wasted our iconso, which none of you will escape that road. It doesn't matter how long it takes. But today we are here. That is why I cannot stop thanking each and every one of you who have started with our PM. You don't know what you just did. You don't know what you just did. We need 1,000 men in Finland to declare Biafra. And then let us see who has the balls to stop Biafra. Or if you as you rant your mouth in Biafra radio and all over YouTube, please, the platform is there. Fill out the form and come and tell us the reason why we will not declare the state of Biafra. And none of you will come. I'm strongly believe that 150% that you don't have the balls, you don't have the money, you just only rant and they keep sending lunatics to the east and they keep dying. The point here is, dear friends, we just have to do the needful. As I said, we are in a rescue mission. You have seen the type of people our people are in their hands. Your POS, your DOS, your relegated so-called lunatic, aka governors. But I'm sorry for their children, because your people, your parents, have taken a bad step and they have stepped in the toes of many bad asses. No matter the beautiful nation that Biafra is going to be, some of us will never change from what they have putting us into. I'm telling you. No matter how beautiful, how sexy, how life floating that is going to be, but some of us will never change from what we are. They have turned us to many things. We wander around the world like a wanderer people who come from one of the most beautiful lands on the planet Earth. You made us to run away, and you think that you're gonna send your jihadists to take over our land. Yeah, that can be possible in the north. But you have seen, I don't need to tell you that it's not possible in the land of the ancestors. It does not matter. Your propaganda can sell. Shehu can be on the channel TV to propagate all kind of shit. It can be. Abati can be in Arise TV and the Oseni to propagate whatever they may think. But I tell you, see this Biafra? It does not matter how many men are 100%. But I believe that our eyes have left the ball and faced the sun. We just have to do the little we can. And those that can do bigger, do it. It's just for once in a lifetime. And the hour is here. Their economy has crumbled. They have no place to run to. They can only rant. The erat, their money has finished. That is why the confession moment has started. And all of you can see it. But for us, the good guys and the good, wonderful women, your money cannot dry because you're on the right track until the restoration and declaration of Biafra. I salute each and every one of you. My Minister of Information, I salute you, man. You are the great and wonderful brother and a leader. And we'll go 247 and Vam, my brother, I salute you. I salute each and every one of you. Thank you so much, Sister Stella.
Thank you, Gochuku. Jidewa, can you hear me now? Please, Minister, can you bring the work and bring him up again because he's under attack? Thank you. Yeah, like our brother said, IPOB and ESN Nigeria, they are not working for Biafra government, though. They are not working for Biafrans at all. In fact, IPOB Nigeria and ESN Nigeria, they are working for hope. They are working for all the governors. So at the end of the day, since the hope, let's connect the dots. Since the hope is also plotting a coup against Tinubu, it then means that IPOB Nigeria, ESN Nigeria are also plotting a coup to bring down Tinubu. Get it right. Because IPOB Nigeria, ESN Nigeria are working for hope. They are working for OT. They are working for the old Eastern governors. Therefore, IPOB Nigeria, ESN Nigeria are plotting a coup with Hope Uzodinjo to bring down Tinubu. And IPOB Nigeria, ESN Nigeria are not working for us Biafrans. They are not working for well-meaning Biafrans. We just heard now how they sold MNK's IPOB, MNK's ESN to Nigerian governors, to Hope Uzodinjo, to Oti, and all the old Eastern governors. So they are working against our own people. They are working against Biafra government. But Biafra government is working for Biafrans. Like I said, they have created de facto government in homeland. Biafra government in exile have also launched liaison offices all over the whole world. They have approved and launched Biafra Federal Reserve. They have approved and launched Biafra coin. In fact, we are having our self-referendum. So Biafra government is working for Biafrans. And Biafrans are voting yes, yes, yes for Biafra exit. So, no, it put it clear that IPOB Nigeria, ESN Nigeria are working for Hope Uzodinjo that is doing coup against Tinubu. We understand it. So if you are still saying ESN, ESN, IPOB Nigeria, it then means that you are sabo. You are working for Nigeria government. You are not working for Biafrans. You get it right now. I appreciate you, our brother Ugochukwu. You just said it all. Thank you. Can we go to Brian Williams? You have the mic, sir.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Wonderful people of Biafra, fellow citizens of the United States of Biafra. I salute every one of you. I'm going to give honor to whom honor is due, because they say when you respect comes in return. In that case, I want to recognize the presence of the Minister of Information of the United States of Biafra, the mouthpiece of the state of Biafra. I salute you, sir. I salute the Minister Otumamaya. I salute Rav Vam. I salute Ugo 247. I salute every other minister I may not know that are here. And I salute my fellow Biafrans as well. Starting from the co-host, Mrs. Stella, J.D. Walker, Frank, David, and many hosts of you. Today we have gathered like we are always do to evangelize the good news of the United States of Biafra. Because this is the country we all have. The only country we can call our own. If we let it fall, we all fall. So if we let it stand, we all gonna stand. If we decide to fight with the last blood of every citizen of Biafra, we will do so. If we decided to make money in the countries that we are today and not to invest in Biafra land, at the end, who will feel it? We're gonna be the one that will feel the pain, because we are the ones that wear the shoe and we know where you're gonna pinch. Because where we are in a sojourn, the country we are now is a sojourn. When it is time for retirement, where are you gonna retire to? This is the question you will start by asking yourself. Where is the paradise that I've built, that heaven that we know no bound? It is in Biafra land. That future, that peace I seek is in Biafra land. And you should be asking yourself today, will I be sitting or will I be seated and watch miscreant, idiots, nuisance, bloodsuckers, attention seekers, animals in human forms to destroy that? the answer to this is hell no. We will uphold our dignity. We will fight to defend the flag of Biafra because the flag is flying so high now and it can never go down. The dragon flag has been risen and we must support. Like Oyendu said, when the dragon flag goes up high, it can never come down. We are in a war, fellow citizens of Biafra. What you see today coming out from the topic today, it is an eye-opener. It is an vindication. It is the last witness. That is what it is today. For those that never believe and those that will still see this evidence that is crystal clear, vivid, and still close their eyes, I ask you, what is truth to you? What does truth mean to you? What does fairness mean to you? What does equity mean to you? If you can see how naked this truth is today, and you still do otherwise, may the good things cease to exist in your life. May truth cease to favor you. May people rise as it is in Psalm 35 to take your kingdom away from you. Today, citizens of Biafra, you have seen them all. You have seen the so-called DORs, their leaders, their cabals, their cohorts, their partners in crimes. We don't need to preach a lot of gospels to you for you to know who is on the right path. But we got to talk because we are human beings. Sometimes human beings seem to forget. That is why every day we evangelized. These are the people, the Egyptians in the olden days, that have fought to bring down the children of Israel. Fought in order for them not to go home. These have been the mold. These people have been the mold among us. Today, the Lord is vindicating the prime ministers and the ministers of the United States of Biafra. The Lord is vindicating them. God works in his own mysterious way. I know most of us would be wanting it to happen at the initial time 2-3 years ago when the heat was on. But we are not God. He chose this appropriate time when to walk and when not to walk. And this has been an appropriate time as he is doing it today. We as a man, as a human, we have fought our ways. And today, there is a man that is leading this mission. There is a man that is going to lead us to cross the last Red Sea. We are in the Red Sea. As Israel crosses over the Red Sea, so is Biafra crossing over. We are already on the shore of it. A foot ahead, and that foot will be on 20 November to December when we cross the final stage of it. Today, Chika Edoziem, you have seen the open confession. This is what we call Anna Itiwamadono. If you ask that man what he said after now, he doesn't know. He might be regretting it, but it wasn't his own capacity that it happened. It was the forces unknown to him that opened his mouth and he started vomiting like someone that's having diarrhea of the mouth. He nailed himself on the cross. He exposed his anus by himself. The wind has blown and we have seen his anus. So, fellow citizens of Biafra, from what the report, from his speech, we shall judge him, because a man shall be judged by what he says. Imagine what our prime minister fought alone. Put yourself in the shoe of prime minister, what he went through. Thousands ganged against him. Many tongues worked against him. Leveled against him several kinds of accusations. Him walking on the street was too dangerous. He became the enemies of unseen and the ones that are seen. But we thank God that held him today. Today, we give glory to God because of that man, Prime Minister Simon Ekpa. Chika Edoziem doesn't know what is coming out from his mouth. He doesn't know when it came out of his mouth. But it's the Chika that made it possible. I'm going to pick up his word for the news a few times. He said in his word, we are appealing to the southeastern or eastern governments. What does the word appealing mean? Showing that one wants help or sympathy from other ones. How do you appeal to your enemy? How do you, if you have not concord to them, if you are not part of them, if we are not dining with them, this man, these people, the GUS and Chika Edoziem and whatever thing they call themselves, thank God, and never for once, even hit to their words. They are 5 and 6, bread and butter, tea and sugar with the governors. And imagine this kind of governor, the kind of governors they are in line with. The bloodsuckers governors who oppose on them, that is willing to kill thousands to retain his seat because he knows that the Biafra is not for him, that he will be sorted as he is going to face enough criminal panel. He's going to face panel for the souls he has murdered. And that is why he's doing what he's doing today, in order to stop Biafra from coming. Chika Edoziem are the ones now he works with. This is to show you all those kidnapping that has been happening in our land. I'm robbing and the rest. Who are those ones? They killed our men, they killed their fellow men, their own brotherhood, their brother in sword, the brother they swore an oath with. They sabotaged them, they killed them because of their selfish interest. A man that kills his brother or sister or his siblings, parents, what kind of man do you think that person is? He would do undo to return, to keep killing. That is what these men are doing today. You are appealing to somebody that's supposed to be your enemy, somebody that is supposed to be very, as in to somebody that at the mention of their name, you're supposed to get up and buy them. You are appealing to them. The truth has confirmed itself here on this statement, who these people are, for those that are still doubting them, for those that are still giving them a penny, for those that are still starting to hear from them. I asked you, what manner of man are you that you cannot see the handwriting of the word, that after hearing these things and seeing many things, you still support the evil, the vampires that walks in the day, the ones that walks in the night? These people are bloodsuckers. Fellow citizens of Biafra, there are many of them, and many things they have done. Is it the one done by China Sanwuru, whatever they call themselves? You claim to be an enemy of a state. The same state is giving you security, is guiding you. Do you see can't you see what they are doing? These people are the state actors themselves. They are their butchers. They are their number one killers. They are their executioners. So whosoever decides with them is selling his life. You are trading with your life. It is good that what is happening today. What do we know after this day? Many of you will still continue. We still give them listen here. This is what baffled me. That makes me to ask, what kind of people are you? Where do you reason from? How do you reason? After all these things that are very vivid, very like crystal clear. Let me tell you, reference. What this guy shows today, China's DOS, it shows a genuine recognition of the strength or virtue of the opposition. When I mean the opposition, I mean the Eastern governments and the zoology, Nigerians. He showed his genuine recognition to them. He showed his genuine strength of virtue to them. He showed his 100% support towards them. He showed his alliance to them. He showed his submission, his pledge to them. He shows that he is down to earth for these people. He showed that he is willing to destroy or do anything that will kill our leader, because he doesn't have any other thing to gain. He doesn't have any other thing to gain. Their nonsense lawyer, their co-court or whatever has been expelled. So there is nothing else to gain from this than to kill, to finish what they just started. But it's too late for them. It is too late. A strong hand that came to save everyone showed the Biafra and showed the Oyendu. There was something that Prime Minister of Information posted before that shows they are now about to do a referendum. These men has no agenda from the war. They had no plan. They tell you they are doing underground work for past 3 years or thereabout. Your underground work yielded no result. Instead, it's multiplying the situation. What they do is they copy from us and try to use it. Try to use it to carry out their function, but it's not going to work. So, citizens of Biafra, before I assume it, do not listen to them. Do not go back fooling yourself again with them. For how long shall you be fooled? Do not fall this last victim to them again. I submit here. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Brian.
Thank you.
Can we go to
Thank you,
Jidewa?
Brian Williams, for that wonderful submission. Can anyone hear me, please? Am I coming?
Yeah, we can hear
Okay.
you.
We
Thanks
can
so much,
hear you.
thank you so much, Brian Williams, for that submission, and I greet everyone on space tonight. Sorry, guys, they've been taking the mic away from me for the past 3 attempts, so I decided to see if it's going to work again. And I don't know what's going on, but we're here. Thanks everyone for being on space. Thanks our host, our Minister of Information, Sonat Barawa. Thanks our co-host, Estella, for being there. Our Minister, Otu Mwamwaya. You're welcome, my brother. David Nana, Justice Shinedu. There's a lot of Ogochukwu. I see you, my brother. And those the hands, Frank, Mazi, Godson, Biafra, Holy Movement, and Elvis, our Minister 247. Thanks, my brother, for coming. At Mouthpiece, there's a lot of people Shimon and Mazi, Uncle the number. I see you. Thanks everyone for being there on space tonight, and there's a lot of things going on. And the latest again, once again, the criminal and the frontline saboteurs. These are frontline traitors. Chika, Edoziem, I remember vividly when then our spokesman, Mazi Samuel, made an exposition on this particular issue. A lot of people they actually took him for granted. They thought maybe he was joking or something. These people, the only thing they care about is what goes into their pocket. For mere 40 million naira, they sold their souls. This is the same thing they have been doing with our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, for a very long time. And before I start, I have to acknowledge the doggedness of our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, because he's the same these people, these frontline saboteurs, they are the one that put our leader where he is today. So it is not surprising to me. He can confess as much as what they are trying to do. They are trying to change the narrative. So we shouldn't buy into their game. I understand that, yes, we have to expose them for whom they are. But these people, they understand that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is about to regain his freedom. And what happens after that? They know what is coming. Biafrans will never forgive these people. It does not matter what they try to do. They can say whatever they want. At the end of the day, they have to pay for the whole thing that they have done. They have killed a lot of our men. They continue to point our men, their locations up to this very moment. This man he is part of the, isn't he the head of the DOS, so-called HLD? He should have known better. I understand that, like what our Prime Minister, then our spokesman, said in one of those expositions. He said there's those of afterthought after our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped. So they decided, okay, maybe they should jump the ship, or maybe they should follow on with what they've been doing. But because they are career agitators, they decided to go on. Most of us here, most of us, the genuine ones, we are understand how many of you are getting paid or getting money from this government. Everything we are doing is voluntary. No one, starting from our liberation fighters, which are those that is paying the ultimate price. What we are contributing, it's nothing to not even to even par with what our Biafra Defense Forces are doing. They are the one in the front line. They are the one that's making all these things, all this good news that you've been hearing, all those bad news you've been hearing, other regions of the Islamic State of Nigeria that is not happening in our land today. They are the one that's standing firm for us. And what is these people doing? They are the one that is pinpointing their location. They are the one that is giving up anything they can to say that they sabotage this movement at this moment. But because they have failed and they've understand, they have come to realize, they did realize before, but our government has stand firm despite everything, despite the whole attack against our prime minister and his cabinet. He stand firm. Now they realize that the game has changed and Biafra is here already. They know. When we started this self-referendum vote, they were mocking us. They were saying all sorts of things. But at the end of the day, they have come to realize that not only the self-referendum, other things have happened. We are in the 6th or 7th act already. Can you even believe that? And all this happened within a couple of 3 months now or so. So these people have come to realize that they have nowhere to go anymore. Rather than going forward, all these things that they are saying is just shenanigan. Rather than going forward, they decided, you know what? Maybe this little confession can get them where they want to be. Isn't it the same? This idiot, this saboteur, was the one that trying to get into our homeland government through the window. They are the same people that was saying that our prime minister then came through the back door, that he didn't come through because he refused to be like them. He refused to accept whatever the governors that they're giving them through the Islamic State of Nigeria Caliphate Fulanis. And then they call him off manner of name. At the end of the day, what happened? Our prime minister still stood firm and he's leading us already to Biafra. I keep saying this, I will hold a program about this name. I have to borrow from our brother Ugochukwu Biafra, who named our prime minister the prayer answered of Biafrans, because we tell that prayer, all those problems that we've been having, these people have been leading our leader to destruction for the past 12, 13 years. And they are telling you, no, you don't have to do it like this. You have to go through political. What do you mean? For how many times have Onyendu called off all this election then? It was because of these people. Systematic, they keep pressurizing our leader. And our leader, because he needs sometimes to listen to the people that you work with. He has no option. That's why sometimes our leader come to broadcast, he will be shouting and he confess that he needs 100 men. No more, sorry for using this word. Because these people, they are not man, they haven't got the balls to do the bidding. All they are interested is getting those $20, getting those $10 that the people have been contributing and use it to import containers and all that. These are career agitators. Chika Edoziem himself, he's been paid 2,000 euros a month. Every expenses, anyhow, this guy will always put it as part of expenses that he on behalf of IPOB, and they keep on siphoning the money and all that. This is what they do. The 2,000 euros that Oyendu is paying him then is just a drop in the ocean. These are born criminals. They are never interested in anything to do with Biafra. They weren't there for our people. They haven't done anything. What have they done? Nothing. And all you that are listening to these idiots and saboteurs and traitors, where are you? Do you still need any convincing anymore to come and join the government and do the needful? Although we are not begging you, because you are not the one that take us to where we are at this moment. But do you still need any convincing? Is Jonathan that is ranting on defunct Biafra is going to still convince you? Will China Samworu, his second in command, will convince you again? Who else are you going to listen to? This is your so-called HOD, head of your HOD. You see Udele? Is he? Who else is this going to convince you? Are you not convinced at the moment that you don't need to give your $1 to these people? You are better off giving it to Biafra Defense Forces so they can do the needful. If not because of him, you, whoever you are, wherever you are, you will be sending money to your people at this moment because they are IDP camp and they will not be able to get that money. The Biafra Defense Forces make it possible for you. Do you still need any conviction from these criminals? Well, he has spoken. He has told you everything that they know. They know. We all know this already because our prime minister, our spokesman then, have made an exposition on this particular program, because that's what they do. Even the little ammunitions that ESN have then, these people have to give all of them back to the government, to the Islamic State of Nigeria government. They did. It's part of the agreement that they have with them. They are talking about political solution. Which political solution? It never happened. But one thing Biafran is going to promise them, because they know that Biafran is waiting for them. They know that there's no going back anymore, because they are in an H2H world. The Fulanis, their paymasters is looking for them, and Biafrans are looking for them. This is the issue. That's why they will be coming out one after the other, one after the other. There was a exposition the other day. The other one was the criminal, the attachment seller in South Africa. They will be coming out one after the other, and at the end of the day, we will still not forgive them. It does not matter what they do. They must pay for the crimes that they committed against Biafrans. Do you know how many commandants these people have killed? Do you know how many of our gallant men these people have killed? The ones that refuse to die, these people will chop, these people will dig a ground and put them there and bury them alive. Can you even believe that? This is real. Our prime minister have made exposition of these issues. What else do we want to hear about these idiots? But at the end of the day, they have to pay for the crimes that they committed. We will never forgive them. It does not matter what it takes. He can come and run naked in the market square in Ekotutu. We don't care. Chika, Edoziem, and the rest of your gangs, you all must pay for the crimes that you committed against Biafrans. We will never forgive you. It does not matter what it is. First of all, you and your group to go and acknowledge and bring open apology. You start from there first. You have to confess. Apart from this confession that you're making, all yours, you have to go and make a public apology. Apologize to the Biafra Republic government in exile, prime minister, and the cabinet and his cabinet, and Biafrans at large for all what you have done. That will be the first point of your starting point. But all these things, we are not interested. Yes, you've exposed yourself and all that, but at the end of the day, Biafrans will not forgive you. This is just my own this is just my own words. We will never forgive you. You need to do the needful. Apologize to our prime minister for all you have said. Then maybe those ones that still hanging on the fence, that is still following you and giving you all this little money that is still sustaining you, paying your rent and the rest of it, because it don't work. You guys doesn't work. Unlike us, we are still putting our soul, we are still putting our time and everything on this movement because we believe on our government. We believe on it, no matter how big or little it is. It's a drop makes an ocean. You guys have never spent $1. Rather, you get, not that you get, you steal from Biafrans. So you have to do the needful and apologize to our government, apologize specifically to our prime minister, because you've all done manner of things against him. You have to apologize, and then apologize to Biafran, and then we will see if your punishment will be reduced. But as for punishment, thank you very much, everyone, for being on space, and thanks our co-host and our minister, our host, for giving me that opportunity. I yield for now. Stella, you can carry on. I don't know who is going to be in it because there's a 4 hands up. Thanks.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Jidewa.
No single
pardon.
No single pardon on anybody.
Okay.
I'm not going to pardon.
No,
Okay.
Otumwa, I don't know who
Holy
stands up
movement has
first.
been there.
I don't know who I have to
Holy
start from.
movement has
The next person
sorry,
is
guys.
Justice.
Sorry, guys.
Chi.
It was a mistake.
Can you hear me,
Otumwa, do you know who is going
to?
Do you know who is next on?
Oh my God.
It's a Biafra
okay,
movement.
Frank, can you go first?
Frank,
can you go first, please? Because I don't know who is next. Who should be the next to speak? Can anyone hear me, please?
Give anybody is important.
Yeah, Frank, can you hear me?
Can anybody?
If Frank is not, David Nana, you have the mic.
Can anybody?
I can hear you.
Okay.
I can hear you also.
Okay. David Nana,
thank you. Co-hosts are not hearing themselves.
Frank, don't take too long because there's a lot of hands up, so they can get a lot of people in. Okay. Thanks.
All right. Thank you. All right. Thank you. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, great Biafrans, lovers of freedom. I beg to stand on the already established protocols. Thank you, everyone, for being here. Our host, Mazia Barawa, co-host, Sister Stella, Jedewak, all the ministers here present, I greet each and every one of us. Yeah, I will not be so lengthy because I see a lot of hands are up. The Chika Edoziem, Edozieha.
Please
This
just make it
news.
4 minutes, not more than that.
All right, thank you. This news will not be, it's not a surprise to us. We have known this for a very long time, but we are making it more clearer to those that still believe in them to know that these people are the real criminals. In fact, let them call us anything. All we know, we are going home. Our freedom is here. The last thing we will do is to forgive any of them that have hand in selling off our leader, an innocent man that did nothing to them but to fight for the freedom of his people. They put him where he is because Fulanis don't have the arsenal to know our leaders' whereabouts. They did it. They killed our strong men. They did all sorts of evil. We can never, forgiveness is not in our dictionary. Let it take us 100 years. They must pay. Each and every one of them must pay for the evil they committed against this government. Thank you, everyone. I yield my mic here while I listen. Thank you.
Thank you so much, brother, for that wonderful submission. Please, guys, when you speak, if you can go down a little bit, so that because the house is full, the mics is full at the moment, so that we can get a lot of people in, and then maybe later on you can come in and do your closing remarks or something like that. Because there's a lot of requests at the moment, so that we don't have to do it yourself. So, who just spoken is that? Biafra, who was that? Please, if you can go down and David Nana, you have the mic. Please make it a quick one. Thanks.
Okay. Thank you so much. My Minister of Information, I greet you here from my location. JD Walker, co-host, our own Stella, the Lioness. I greet you from here. All protocols
please,
duly observed.
Can I quickly make a submission, please?
Can't you hear me?
Go ahead, Minister.
Yeah.
Can't you hear me?
Yeah, please, can you just mute him for 1 minute? Let me make a submission, please. Thank you very much. And I don't know, the speaker before the last speaker, you spoke very profoundly and very, very intelligently, but there are some things I want us to always bear in mind. You know, this idea of apologize to, or nobody in the government needs the apology of these criminals. Chika Edoziem cannot apologize and can never be forgiven. So get that clear. Don't even bring that narrative, okay? So there's no narrative of the needful. There's no needful Chika Edoziem can do. There's no needful these criminals can do. We don't expect any needful from them. We are doing the needful. They have done their worst. So get that clear, okay, please? These people are done for. They are done and dusted, and there is no room for that, okay? So don't ever bring that narrative, I beg of you. These people are criminals, and the judgment is what waits for them going forward. Thank you very much, Umuchineke. We move.
Thank you, Thank
you very much.
Amen.
Thank you, Pastor Van for that.
Please, those of us that have spoken, let us give room. You know,
exactly.
I am leaving to give room for those that will speak. So if you have spoken already, even if you're a minister, please just give room for people to come up and give their, submission. Thank you very much. I go back to listening.
Thank you, Van. So what I was trying to say then wasn't doing the needful is them apologizing to our prime minister, but nevertheless does not mean that maybe the Biafrans will ever forgive this, because the sins that they've committed, just like what our prime minister said last time regarding to Britain and all that, he said he was thinking of which kind of mind he is going to use to forgive Britain. The same thing applies to these frontline saboteurs and traitors that have put us in this condition. Had it been these guys supported our leader Mazen Nanikano from day one, we would have done more than what we are doing at the moment. But because they are criminals, they are never interested. Who is that? Please mute your mic. Mute your mic or we'll remove you, please. We haven't got time for any idiot now. So the whole thing there is that we would have done more than we should have done at the moment. But because of this idiot, these criminals, they are the one that put us in this condition. So we will never forgive them. There's no forgiveness. They will receive, they will all collect water when they at the due time. Thank you so much, our minister, for that reminder. David Nana, you were supposed to be the next. You can go ahead, my brother.
Yes.
Who's making this noise?
Okay. Thank you so much. Brian, you can mute Brian's.
David Nana, are you there?
Open. Yes, I'm speaking. Can't you hear me?
We can hear
Hello?
you. Can you hear me, David?
Okay.
This guy,
Thank you so much.
Good morning, everyone.
Go ahead.
No, please hold on. It's not yet your turn. We are doing it turn by
Go ahead,
turn.
David Nana. Go ahead. We can hear you.
Okay. Yeah, thank you so much, JD Walker. I appreciate you. I salute my Minister of
David Nana, are you there?
Information.
Please go ahead. We can hear you. Please, 4 minutes.
I salute my Minister of Information and other ministers that are here as well.
Can anyone hear me, please? What's going on here?
JD Walker and Sister Stella the Lioness. I really appreciate every one of you.
So that you know,
yes.
You should know your. JD Walker, please. Mazi David is already speaking, that it seems you cannot hear him. Neither can you also hear your co-host, Sister Stella. So
yeah, but
Mazi David is already.
Hear you.
Yes, but you can't hear David, and you can also not hear Sister Stella. So I think there's a little issue from your own end. So, all right, I think Mazi David, you can continue.
I go ahead?
Yes, sir.
Can I go ahead? Okay,
yes,
okay. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Yeah, I really appreciate everyone on this space. I also appreciate my fellow comrades of Biafran Writers of Conscience as well, and every other strong Biafran who is in this platform today. You see, their confession have just started. You see, these people have done a lot of worse than good to this agitation. You know, most of the people don't actually understand what these people have done. And it beats my imagination that most people are still aligning with them. Most people are still believing in them. Most people are still thinking that somehow, someday, that when our leader comes out, he is going to embrace those who have sold him to the Nigerian government. It is very, very unfortunate for Chika Edoziem to come out and tell you and I and confess before the whole world that he has a hand. They have a hand in what is happening to our leader and the Eastern Security Network. It is very, very appalling. And Biafran should take it very seriously because these people have done worse. This is the ones that they can reveal. If they tell you most of our gallant men that they pointedly pointed hands to and these people were killed, they can't say it on live because they have committed more atrocities to the Biafran liberation. And the same thing goes, this same sin that these animals and these criminals have committed, some people are still committing this same sin today. And I love what my deputy minister said, that these people can never be forgiven, not even in the world to come, because their sins are beyond pardonable. Their sin merits hanging. They sold the Son of God and tried to destroy everything that would have gotten us freedom. Everything that we use, something that was so dear to us that our leader brought out and said, these are the men that will defend the land of God. And there are no invaders can be able to penetrate. These people looked at all that our leader have done and tried to destroy it. It can never be well with them. And that is why every Biafran should rally around our prime minister and the government and do the needful by making sure that every necessary material, every necessary thing that needed to be done for Biafran to come must be done at this particular time, so that we are going to shame each and every one of them, including those of them in the space. Because there is one useless, idiotic girl that calls herself Ada, that I was in one space with my deputy minister, and when my deputy minister was making his own submission, Ada was interjecting and calling all manner of names. And this lady seems to be an Igbo girl or a Biafran. It really builds my imagination that such people exist that cannot see white and call it white for what it is, but because of what they are getting from the Nigerian government and the governors, that is why they are doing everything possible to make sure that they fall what we are doing. It is very, very important that every Biafran should distance themselves from all these vagabonds. That is the best thing to do. It doesn't matter whether he's your brother, he's your sister, or wherever they are coming from. These are the people who are stopping the progress that we are making, who are trying to be a break in the wheel of our progress, and they must be driven out of the way for us to have our freedom. Chika, Edoziem, and their likes. I thank God that these things are coming out so that we are going to use it against them, including their followers who are always coming online to say Ekperima this, Ekperima that they are working on the ground, they are doing the right thing for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to come out. I just sent this video on a platform that I belong to. I used to use videos of our prime minister to disturb them, and they used to make noise. But since morning I sent this video of their broadcast into that platform, a lot of people are now coming to the realization that yes, actually, that they are not doing the right thing. So fellow Biafran, these people have no forgiveness, not even on heaven. We can't forgive them here on earth, neither will God forgive them in heaven. The only thing that awaits them is the punishment of the Biafran people against the injustices that they have committed against our people and against the leader of over 70 million Biafrans. I yield my mic. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you.
Go ahead, Claude.
Thank you. You know, they are double crossing also. The ESN soldiers, they themselves set up. They themselves set up the ESN. They are double crossing them and killing them. It's so sad, David. It's so sad. Thank you, David. Okay, so we'll go to Mazi Godswill. Mazi Godswill, BWOC. You have the mic, sir.
Yes. Thank you very much, our beautiful Ada and our sister Stella. I hope I'm coming out clear because I'm currently at work and there's a little background noise. Please, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
All right. Thank you, our minister, Mazi Soni Akarawa. I also salute all ministers in the house. Biafra 247, Mazugo, you're here. Mazi Raphael, I salute you, Otuwa Manya. And I greet all comrades of the BWOC who are here. Mazi David Nana, I salute you. I greet all journalists and reporters who are here serving Biafra government, either in exile or in homeland. I greet you all and I welcome you. I also salute Biafrans in general who are listening and who are also contributing today. You know, these guys have been doing this a long time ago. But it's just that most of us who are here, we understand this fact. It is only, a very good thing that our position is now being made clear as they are now coming out to confess by themselves. Because before we choose to speak to our prime minister, then when he was the spokesman or spokesperson of the IPOB, was because we knew all these things. And then we decided to make our choice. And today you can see how far we have gone. And Elohim, in his own capacity, is now disgracing them publicly. When this message was posted by our PM, I did not get it on time. And I just only got to know about it not too long ago. And do you know how God does his things? Whenever they come out to pull a very huge stunt, you know, thinking that somehow they are going to destroy what we are doing by conniving with the enemy to launch their, attacks, that is also the exact time that God actually uses to expose them. And at the end of the day, their efforts will be in futility. I remember last week we were discussing about their media propaganda when they were talking about invading our camps, though they used the word ESN. And then they were, gallivanting, jubilating, and all their platforms were posting the rubbish and the propaganda that they themselves and the Nigerian terrorist army and media has arranged. But unfortunately for them, today they are confessing. And I have been able to study this trend, and I have come to understand that each time they want to make such they think they have a slide to counter whatsoever we are doing, it ends up in tears. They will now be the ones to regret even coming out in the first place. Today also I came across a post from one of their platforms where the criminal and expelled, or should I say sacked, barrister Ejiofor was coming out to start explaining himself when nobody asked him for any explanation. He was trying to tell us how he had served since 2015, how he has been able to rescue those whom he himself connived with the enemy to get them in prison. And he has, tried to explain how he had been the legal team. This is an information coming when nobody asked him. That is what our Prime Minister calls the kick of the dying horse. So they know that they have lost it all. Some of them are, looking for soft landing, probably to see if there could be a backdoor for them to also sneak in again, and without being noticed, will allow them. While some of them already understand what is on ground, they are already making preparations to see if they can take off, if they can scamp to safety in order to avoid the wrath of Biafrans and the Biafran Republic government. But the truth of all things is that they are now being exposed. Imagine today alone, we are getting a confession from Chika Edoziem, and at the same time, we are also getting, explanations from the sacked lawyer. That tells you there is fire on the mountain, and they are all running hectare. And that is how it is going to be. So my advice to us, dear friends, is that whenever you see them come out with this, pressure, just calm down and observe, and don't shake. Stay put in what you're doing, because at the end, it will end in praise to us, and then it will end in shame to them. Thank you very much for giving me this opportunity to speak, as I yield the mic for others to speak.
Thank you so much, Mazi Goswell, BWOCs, for that wonderful submission of yours. Yep, we will never, ever forgive these people. They are like chinch. At this time around, whenever I catch the chinch, you have to kill it. Chika Edoziem are bed bug. That bed bug, that is what they are. And their cup is full, and they know that their cup is full. They know they are in big trouble. Them and the Southeast, all the whole Southeast governors, all of them are in trouble. Biafrans, the land of Biafra will be chasing them spiritually. Biafrans physically will be chasing them. And the Fulanis, the Fulani stooges, they are stooges. They will be chasing them, all of them, because there will be nowhere for them to go. They will end up in exile. That is where they're going to. They will test that exile that we have been in for all these years. Thank you so much, Goswell, for that wonderful submission of yours. And we will have to give the mic to, I think, the Son of God. The Son of God should be the next, or so, or either Circle or Son of God. Son of God, you have the mic, please. Please make it snappy, no more than 4 minutes, please. There's a lot of hands up so they can get as much people in for everyone to contribute, and we'll move from there. Thank you so much. The mic is yours. Son of God, are you there?
Oh, thank you so much. I didn't know you have called on me. Thank you so much.
Yeah, please,
I want to
4 minutes, please. 4 minutes, please.
Yeah, can I go on?
Go on.
Yeah, thank you so much. I want to appreciate our information minister. I want to appreciate the co-hosts and the speakers, the listeners. Thank you for your effort, your good work, great work. Thank you for bringing this topic up, because I'm always bitter that why is it that this kind of a thing is always out about our people? Why? Take a look at Israel. Since the October 7th that Israel was attacked, everybody, both those are supporting that government. Even I learned that the opposition man in Israel who opposition to Netanyahu, the Prime Minister of Israel, he had to submit himself. He had to join voices and cooperate with the man in power to begin to fight the terrorists that are waging war against their survivor. Okay, look at it. Since the day that this war broke out in Israel, have you heard that there's one Israeli soldier or army or anybody sabotage their efforts? Why is this thing among our people? What is really wrong with our people? What is wrong with them? That they can choose to, because of just peanuts, because of how much crumbs, sell their people away to be destroyed, to be killed. What is wrong with our people? Just imagine when I listened to this confession this morning, I was like, what is this? So all this while, our PM have been saying it, that these people, if we should expose them, in fact, that everybody will be shocked. And now they are exposing themselves. They are exposing themselves big time. And it is the Lord's doing. Yes. Shuko Kikabiama is already is working things for us. Because all this while, they keep on saying they will expose our PM, they will expose him, they will expose him. Up till now, they could not come up with one allegation, with one fact. On how to implicate him, to prove him wrong, that what he's doing is wrong, or is the bad person that in the struggle and all that. They could not come up with one. So that is to prove that truly we are on track, and this is to motivate our people, that all our people should join hands with our PM so that we achieve our success. I want to drop the mic here. I don't want to speak more further than this. Let others speak. Thank you so much for giving me the privilege. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Son of God, for that wonderful submission. And I want to acknowledge the presence of our brother, our senior colleague, Mazi Jajago-san. Welcome, my brother. I know that the network is always having issues with the network and other, but whenever you need the mic, let us know. We'll get you in. Thank you, Son of God, for that wonderful submission. Guys, please, we need to make it as snappy as possible so that we can get a lot of people in. Everyone's opinions is very, very important in this matter, because we all have problem with these people, and we would like most people at least, to give their submission in regards to this. Where is this circle? Okay, he's gone. Mazi Ugochukwu, can you unmute your mic, please? 4 minutes, no more than 4 minutes. Thank you.
Greetings to the house. I greet personally. I hope I'm coming out loud and clear.
You're audible. Go ahead.
Okay. I greet the Minister of Information for this enticing topic. This topic is a very, very crucial topic to be deliberated upon. When Onyendu said, this is a mandate from heaven, indeed, it is a mandate from heaven. But the normal and carnal man will never understand what Onyendu means by that. Greetings to other ministers in the house. Mazi, Raphael, I can see you. Mazi Otumangwanya, I greet you. Our dearest sister Stella, I greet you all. And every other freedom fighters in the house, I greet you. Now, I could remember vividly sometime when our Prime Minister came newly on board. He did a video by visiting IPOB in Finland, and they were trying to lure him into their midst. And he said, they are asking me to come and join them, but I refuse. And that is why they are attacking me. He did a video and he was saying it openly. I then understood that this battle must be a very tough battle for our Prime Minister. And now everything is playing out simply because they did not succeed in everything they did. The best game Onyendu did was singling out somebody they never knew at all and giving that mantle of leadership to him. May Elohim continue to bless Onyendu and protect the hand our Prime Minister and his co-workers, his ministers, are doing today. They would continue succeeding and they will continue breaking grounds. Now, he who the gods wants to kill, first of all, make madness. Ikengo Rago has gone mad sometime. What did he say? He said, Mazi Simon, I know what you are doing is right, but stop. Stop. That is madness. That's an act of madness. Now, another person has come on board saying he went to Mbise for burial. You are going to Mbise with our enemy's troop. That tells you the role you have played when Onyendu was with you. That aside, now Chika Edoziem, who happens to be the 2IC of our supreme leader Onyendu Mazenandi Kano, listen to what he said today. That tells you another thing. Ejiofor, when our prime minister said Ejiofor is the eye of the Nigerian government in IPOB, we all thought he was yakking. Where some people said he go and sit down, or they called him all sorts of names. Today, look at what Ejiofor is saying. Just like my brother rightly said, he said the kick of the dying horse, last kick of the dying horse. And that's exactly what it is. More will still expose themselves because the dead, the people who died deaths that are not meant for them, would continue to make these people expose themselves until Biafra comes. And when Biafra comes, we will give them the treatment that they all deserve, and put them where they belong. Let me yield my submission for now and allow those to continue. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Mazi Gochuku, for that wonderful submission. And our minister, Vam, you have the mic.
Andre. Thank you very much, people of God. Thank you, Muchinoke. I have to quickly make this submission. Somebody made a statement that triggered my subconscious, and I said, let me come and add the Maggi and the Knorr cube to what we are cooking here. This food we are cooking here is very delicious, and I just love it. And somebody said they are going to, run to exile that they have been avoiding. And I want to tell you, me and you, we are in exile as the Biafra Republic government in exile. But I want to assure you that these guys will be in exile as fugitives and criminals in exile. So the beautiful part of you and I is that we are recognized legitimately, responsibly, justified, and acknowledged as government of Biafra in exile. But Chika Edoziem and all these people whom the whole world have seen us and have heard us expose, and they are actually exposing themselves, and we have been vindicated because we are doing the needful. We are legitimate government, but they are fugitives and criminals in exile. So our food is being served, and the world is eating, and they are also eating the poison that they also try to put in our food. Let's move on. Ebon, I am here. Thank you very much. We move.
Thank you, Minister, for that information. That yes, I did say that they will be going to an exile, and that's where they're going to end up. When they died, their body will be buried there. They will never be transported to United States of Biafra. It's not going to happen because most of the suffering that we're going through these days, these people are the direct cause of it with their cohorts. They will all be punished for their crimes. We will never forgive them. Our Minister Tumamaya, your hand is up. You can have the mic.
Thank you once again, and great Biafrans, you are all welcome to this very occasion and opportunity. You must beat your chest and say thank you, Elohim, for putting you in the right channel. If you have been here all this while, things has been falling and shelling, you must thank Elohim. And I will tell you, there is a serious pressure from left, right, and center, every corner, a serious pressure coming so that you would drop this very movement, this very government. You will stop following. But I tell you, don't let anything kick you out of the road. You are on the right track. Many things has proven right that you are doing the right thing. Many things has been shown to you to tell you that you have been right all this while. Our Prime Minister has been an innocent man, a good man, and they do everything. Do you know the amount of blackmail they put against this man to make you hate him, to make you go against him, speak against him, see him as a bad man, see him as someone who is too much bluffing, who has a ego and all those rubbish, envy, greedy and jealousy. Our leader was shouting because our leader keeps saying this. Anyuku, Doji, this is what is ravaging us. And still, people can't see it. You are opportune to have seen this today, and you must thank Elohim to keep you here. And stay strong. Stay strong. Continue. We are already at the finish line. Don't let anything kick you out. They will.
Thank you so much, our minister, for that a quick one and a powerful one indeed. Thank you so much. Our co-host, Stella, do you have anything to add, or are you there, or are you cooking?
No, I don't have anything. Thank you. Continue. I'm here.
Okay, thanks so much. And guys, please, if there's a lot of hands up, we'll start taking people down. And like Son of God, if you can just go down so we can bring more people in, because there's a lot of hands up. Escobar, the mic is yours. 4 minutes, my brother. Thanks for coming.
Good afternoon, Biafrans all over the world. Good afternoon.
Go ahead, Escobar. Are you there?
Yeah. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Good afternoon,
Okay, if
Biafrans.
he's not there, can we call on Sako? Sako has been around.
Okay, go ahead, Sako. 4 minutes, please. What's going on? Sako, are you there?
Sako,
Yeah,
are you there?
I'm here. I'm here. Can anyone hear me?
Go ahead, 4 minutes.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Good afternoon, dear friends. Good morning, good evening, wherever you are in any part of the world. I greet you, my people. Sonia Parawa, I greet you, our very minister. I greet you, Pastor Van Van Van. I greet our mouthpiece and Otunwa Mwanya, all the ministers in the house who go 247. I greet everyone. Going to the topic of the day, the matter arising. Chika Edoziem confess we sold ESN to Nigeria Islamic government. All these things, people never know what our Prime Minister was talking about when he started. Even people who are privileged to be around or people who are far, that is being told. They never care to know and they never know what's happening. In 2001, immediately before our leader was kidnapped from Kenya, the day they sold Maazi to the Nigerian government and the Southeast governors was the same day they sold ESN because they know what they were doing. Maazi was with them, but Maazi never know exactly what they were planning with him. Maazi don't know their plans. And Maazi finally get to Kenya and they plotted for his arrest and they kidnapped him from Kenya and returned him to Nigeria. And that caused the soul of ESN, because if Maazi could have been around, Maazi would never allow what he has created to go down. And when he was not around, the enemies came in through China Sanworu and this Chika Edoziem and some many other peoples that is working with them. Since 2023 now, or should I say early this year, people will calculate how many of them that has come back to zoo. And when they came back, they give them bodyguards, give them bouncers, going around with ammunitions. See, these people don't have any bright future for our people. The Kenga has came back this year, or if I'm not mistaken, including 3 of them or thereabout that came back. And almost all of them that came back is walking around with zoo, military, and the rest of it. And they will come out, they will tell Biafrans, contribute money, we are working for the betterment, we are doing this for your own good. You see, these people are criminals. They are criminals that to the extent that they even accepted killing their own people, the people they toyed with. They later changed mind on the way because they feel that they have more hands, they have more, they can speak, and when they do something, they can go within and touch everybody. And they think they have all the powers. But thank God for God that has already done it before the kidnap of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, because Mazi Nnamdi Kanu being a prophet, he has already seen all this coming out. And those of us who have eyes, we know that something like this should come out, because then I used to fear. My fear was that if Maazi is caught today, who is going to take over? Because I know eventually Maazi will definitely be caught. because the arresting of Mazi will lead to the quicker getting of Biafra. Now that Mazi is arrested, it is leading to the fast way of Biafra coming because people don't know what they got themselves into. We are beings. You can't go into beings and expect to go free. They have kidnapped our spiritual leader. They have kidnapped our father. They kidnapped our hope because Mazi is our hope, and God gave us Mazi Simon Eba to replace Mazi with a more deadly fire with him. The enemies don't know what they have gotten themselves into. Being all these Chinas and Wood, I don't even want to talk about them because their case is a small issue. Some people talking about there is no forgiveness in this generation. No. I want to make it clear because if you people should know how many men they have wasted, if you people should know that men that who should be alive today, more things could have been happening that these people have wasted, and the rest they render them to go back and start suffering again without future. You don't know what these people have done. If you know, you will not talk about anything like forgiveness. So there is no forgiveness. Mas has been saying it. There is no forgiveness. Ija no abu Obi okute keja ya. They know the as in I think no pity. If you misbehave, you will be crushed. That is how this journey is. So I thank everyone in the space. God bless us and let's keep on moving. We are going to get there. And when we get there, every shaking tree must be brought down. That is it. Thank you, everyone here.
Thank you, Circle. We are already there. Biafra is here. It does not matter what the enemies do. The terrorist Islamic State of Nigeria and that of the Cameroon, they are collecting water from our marine, our air force in the Bakassi Peninsula. Everywhere we are, the government have eyes everywhere. And I have Batran also. And at least na onye was na anasi na onye waga abalede otele also. These people will never escape the wrath of Biafrans because the crime that they have committed, it's unforgivable, just like most of our speakers here have been saying. You can imagine, just like what our Prime Minister said a couple of weeks ago, when these people go and kill our men, they will sever their head and give it to Treacherous Ejiofor. These are the same gang of criminals and saboteurs and traitors that are working with Chika, Edoziem. The things that these people have done, including the military administrator of Odimo State, Hope Uzodimma, that is involved himself with the coup. If God wants to expose you, you will keep pushing you, and you think that you are almighty. You are a semi-god or demigod. At the end of the day, you are going from frying pan to fire. Hope Uzodimma have so much love himself that he thinks that he's above the law. Make you before our hand will even get to him. The Fulani must have dealt with him. One by one after the other, every single one of them will continue to go down even before we get them. At the end of the day, Biafra will still be here. We are just talking about a couple of months to come, just like what our Prime Minister and what our Minister of Information reiterated this morning in his program. That Biafra might be declared even the time frame that already been given, because they will only go to Finland and ratify it. Depends what happened, because every single second the terrorist Islamic State of Nigeria is going down the drain. They are going down while Biafra is up, going high. Thank you so much for that contribution, my brother. Biafra is here already. Chuku Meze. You have my, please make it snappy 4 minutes, please. Thank you, my brother.
Yeah, good morning, everyone. Good morning, great dear friends. Good morning to all media personnel. Good morning to all ministers in the house. And good morning to great Biafrans far and wide, well-meaning ones, and world lovers of freedom. Thank you so much. Anyway, what we just woke up to shouldn't be anything to be surprised about. We knew it was just only a matter of time that such will come out to the public. And I want to quote the last two speakers wrong. I just want to quote him right somehow. Our leader was never caught. Our leader was never arrested. He was kidnapped. He was forcefully taken and brought to their camp. But anyway, all these things needed to happen so that we could we could see the direction that we need to follow in order for us to get to where we need to get our freedom. Because if they never did what they did, yes, it's never gonna bring us to where we are today. And for the IPOB Nigeria and Chika Edoziem coming out to confess, like I say, it's only three things that are involved when you're fighting the freedom. You understand? When your enemies or those who you are fighting are beginning to attack you, it means that what you're doing is working and what you're doing is getting to them. You can see it everywhere. The attack on our prime minister, the attack on every genuine Biafran. Yes, sir. So that means whatever we are doing is pushing them to the edge. It's pushing them off that cliff. But when you see that they start piling with you, yes, sir, they don't say anything about you. They just laugh and just you see different things everywhere. You see the picture of the one of them taken with a politician. How can you be friends with a politician who is killing your people and you claim that you are a freedom fighter? Chinasa Woro, the other day went to the zoo, was given escort, and he said, I'm annoyed of what is going on in Enugu. Those are the kind of people that come out and say they are fighting for you. But at the end of the day, when you see them doing those kind of acts, piling with the same enemy that they claim to be fighting, then it means they are all in cahoots. You understand? The enemy comes in different way. Sometimes it comes through people that you know, sometimes it comes through people that act like chameleon. But at the end of the day, we should be all happy as Biafran that all this is finally coming to light. Because what is this gonna do? You understand? There are still some gullible people out there still believing that these people are fighting for freedom. But things like this will make them to to turn around and join us in what we are doing. So it is a welcome development. We already knew this. This had to happen in order for the prophecy to be fulfilled. So whatever they want to say, they could say. Because right now they know that they lost it all. Biafra is here. Biafra is coming. So, and they know that they can't do anything to stop it. So now they're just coming out to try and save faces. Whether they like the save faces or not, we don't care. By the time we are done with them and we are done we are done getting our Biafra, even the land that they are gonna run into exile, you understand, will not even want to bury them in their own land when they die because they will see them as taboo. Instead, they are gonna cremate them and probably throw their ashes in the desert. Thank you so much. So, Biafrans, we keep our eyes on the sun and let's continue. We are almost there. Thank you, each and every one of you. I hit my mic. Thank you. Hope was also counted among those that want to, remove Tinubu, that did the coup. Then now we understand why last 2 or 3 months now told us that that is our brothers, though, the governors, though, the IPOB Nigeria, Chika Edoziem, aka Chika Edoziem leader, and the that refused him releasing our case. Remember, now we understand it. No one is among those that are doing coup to remove Tinubu. They want to try and do that. Hope does the right thing. We now understand. But you see, Tinubu, I want to address you. We will handle our saboteurs. Just release Onyendu. Declare him released. Forget Hope and all the old Eastern governors. We will handle them. Don't worry. Release Onyendu, Tinubu. Just mention it. We will handle Hope. And we will handle Oti. And the Chika Edoziem and all his gang. Because we understand how the Fulani Islamic Nigeria jihadist government role. They will come into your land, bring the wayward amongst you, brainwash them, give them money, and make them to fight their brothers and sisters. We understand it. Tinubu, release MNK. Don't worry, we will handle Hope. We will handle IPOB Nigeria, aka Chika, Edoziem, and all his gang members, and all the fake, and all the old Eastern governors like Soludo, Onyohi, Okamananga, and Avolavo. Yesterday, he disgraced his own minister, his own commissioner, as if he's the good guy. Santanwe Soludo. But they are the same, one and the same. Both Soludo, his commissioner, Hope Uzodinjo, Chika, Edoziem, all of them are in the same group. OT, Takea, all of them are in the same group, working for who? Islamic Caliphate. So we understand how they roll, Tinubu. Release MNK the way you release your brother. And we will deal with our saboteurs. Thank you. Let me stop here now. Who's next? Elvis.
Mazan Akonam.
Okay. Mazian Akonam, you have the mic.
4 minutes, please, Mazan Akonam.
Good afternoon, my fellow Biafrans and comrades. My greeting to all the ministers, Madam Stella and Ugochukwu 247, and so other ministers. Shalom to you all. Chika Edoziem confessed we sold the ESN to Nigerian Islamic Jihadist government. You see, one thing that our leader Mazen Nandekano always said, that what we are doing is more spiritual than physical. And this is what I am seeing in this very struggle to liberation of Biafra. Today we are in liberation. When I think of this, I remember Emeka Livingstone. And I want to ask, when last time do we see Emeka Livingstone? His own is Ghana. And so many other people. What we are doing is more spiritual than physical, because the land of Biafra has come back for revenge of his people that killed by Britain and the Islamic jihadists. And there is no two ways about it. And when God is determined to save his people, anything that will be a stumbling stone will be uprooted. Our leader Mazen Nandekano, this is one of his words also, that anything that will be impediment to this liberation of Biafra will be crushed down. This is the word of our leader Mazen Nandekano and the Prime Minister too. And when he is uttering this word, he uttered it with authority, and you find out that that word moves with fire and the power. This is one thing with our leader. The reason why Biafra has not yet come fully is because Obuna iwere nkata wega na mili mumu wanya ndị na-aya akpụ mali ọtalife na-ekwu ka ije yọọ akpụ ị na-aya yogide eti yọftasi akpụ iwere the shaft, throw the shaft away. And our leader said concern something like that. That time has come to separate the shaft from the wheat. You see, before Biafra will come fully, and we are in that very point, because this is confession time. This is confession time. Once you reach to confession time on the side of the enemy, know it that the Biafra is already here. Because I'm surprised. I listen, sometimes I used to listen to the side of the enemy and the side of the truth. And I know who is doing propaganda. When this man said it, I'm listening to him live. And I say, oh, you know, for almost 1 year now, he hasn't talked, hasn't speak. And lo and behold, he started his own broadcast with somebody who is addressing Biafrans, that somebody is building this blah, blah. He's starting to praising all the governors from the southeast. Hey, I say, wow, wonderful. Have you seen how these people are working hand in hand with governors? Because I know our leader, Mazen Nanikan, he always go against them. But anytime you do something good, he will praise you. I know our prime minister. The war today is fighting is against that is why he's doing them, legitimizing them with all Biafrans. He fights these people because they are the foot soldiers and they are the people that is causing us mayhem in our land. He fought them, but this man began to praise the people who the riches in Biafran land and the governors. This is what he come to. Lastly, he said everybody will go to market and buy cola and break it into four. Always buy cola. That is the highest weapon this man gets. But it is not even here that our leader have raised the dragon flag and swear that this dragon flag that raised up must never come down until Biafra come. And he sets up that security, ESN. So these people are now, you see, confession and the land of Biafra is doing his work. Oh. I'm telling you the truth.
Conclude, Mazi.
So, sorry, I don't know if I'm saying out of line, but what I'm trying to say that our land of Biafra is forcing them to do confession, to tell us, show us the way. You see, we thank Elohim and we bless him. Thank you very much. I hit my mic.
Thank you so much, Mazi and Akadam. You know, like we have a lot of fans of that's why we kind of you spent almost 5 minutes. You know, like we all know that what is going on in this Biafra movement at the moment, even from inception, is crucial. We all understand that the kidnap of our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu led to the coming of Biafra faster. This is all have to put in mind. I understand it's a disappointment, but had it been Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is still outside today, look at what the enemies are saying. Oh, no. The way the Prime Minister is chasing this Biafra 13 is different from Mazi. Mazi only broadcast and talk, but he never took action. The reason why is because of these criminals and traitors. Because one Onyendu will make 2 steps forward, they will draw him 12 steps backward. When Mazi will put a deadline, this is what he wants to do, specifically on those 4 or 3 elections that they cancel at the dying minute, because they want to use it to make people understand that Onyendu cannot be, his word cannot be taken for granted, cannot be trusted. This is part of what they are doing, because the governors is engineering them. When our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said that he is boycotting election, at the last minute, 72 hours or 24 hours, mostly 72 hours before the election date, he call it again. And they said that, okay, we will hold the Southeast governors responsible if they did not hold their own line. At the end of the day, it's not going to happen because of these people that were pushing him. They will make it to look that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, our leader, whatever he says something, people will not take it serious. This is one of their plans. For 12 years, they have never done one thing. Look at the formation of bridge from almost a year now. Look at, we're not even talking about a year. 3 months now, 3 months into this administration of this year. Look at the wonders that they have done. Yeah? It's uncomparable because this is serious government. You can see the handwritten written on the wall. They are so passionate about our people. You can imagine the wife of Soludo going to share vitamins where there's hunger in the land. Ordinarily, with just common sense, ordinarily. Is there something that is going to help the people in any way or form? I know that is not the program we are treating tonight. But ordinarily, that will tell you that there's interior motive behind this. Supplementing Kegine, something that will give you energy to be even more hungry to start with, where there's no food. These people, there is something behind all. These people will argue motive to move when Biafra comes, because Biafra will never contain all of us, because they've never had our people by heart. This government is doing something. You can see the needful they are doing. It's for the interest of Biafran during the lockdown, not even lockdown. During their own lockdown, they're hiding the whole food that the international community sent to them, and you still trust these people. Ordinary 2 weeks, 2 weeks lockdown that our government imposed on our people, imposed because of the Islamic State. They still spent almost 90 million naira. Then, when naira still have a little bit of value, to feed our people. 2 weeks. That's to show you that this government loves you. So everything that they're doing is for your own interest. It's not for their own interest. They are doing it to make sure that those sufferings that we've been having in the hands of these terrorists and traitors will end. And it will end this year, whether rain or sunshine. We do not care who get for along the way. It doesn't matter to us. Thank you so much, our brother, for that wonderful listening. Again. Do you want to make it short one, please?
Something I remember that I wanted to say, just the first one. Yeah, I want to refer us to the story of Machiavelli. They said Machiavelli framed his death to find out who are his true friends. So, and Anna Conam mentioned something like that. He was very close to what I wanted to say. You see, one of our leaders said that the stage that we are now is the separation of the chaff from the weed itself before Biafra will come. That's exactly what is happening. There's no other way our leader would have gotten these people out of the way, if not what is happening now. What is happening now is the only way to find out those that are true Biafrans. That is why our leader did what he did. You know, excuse me. Guys, I'll come back, please. Thank you.
No problem, my brother. Take care of your business, and later on you come back. Just like we all be saying, you know, I just wanted everyone here tonight to cast their mind on our Prime Minister. There's something I just wanted to say. You see, this man, when our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was talking about whiter than white and whiter than snow, believe me, God and man, this is the person that Onyendu was talking about. You know why? Let me give you a few reasons. We, all of us here in diaspora, most of us here in this space tonight, we're in different countries, respective countries. Let me tell you, just cast your mind within yourself. Or maybe you are owing somebody $20 or $50 in one state, you go to another. This somehow. Can you believe that this man, our Prime Minister Mazi Simon Ekpa, from the time he was even serving the terrorist Islamic State of Nigeria as an athlete, does it mean that this man have never had issue then, as young as he is then, with other of his colleagues? The other day, he was a couple of months ago, he was showing us the photos of when he was doing a triple jumping for terrorist Islamic State of Nigeria. Does it mean that no one got anything about him? None. Even so-called all those people that have fallen apart from this movement, they all swear and say that there's big exposition that is coming up. At the end of the day, not even one iota, one of anything to do that with this man. None. Terrorist Islamic State of Nigeria already, if they have anything against our Prime Minister, they would have. If any governor, all those governors and politicians, if they have anything against this man, they would have bring it out just to smear him. They haven't even got anything. They were talking about him and saying also man of propaganda. That's to tell you that that person that Onyendu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was talking about, whiter than white and whiter than snow, is this person that you are talking about. This person, the same person, Agude Chemba. Our Prime Minister Mazi Simon Ekpa is the person that Onyendu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have been talking about all these years. He is here and he's bringing Biafra to us. No human being born on earth will ever stop this movement. No one will stop Biafra from coming. Onyendu have said it. You can yabba from now till 2099. At the end of the day, Biafra will come. It does not matter what you do. You and your cohort have already failed because Biafra is here. Ejema is here. Biafra is here. Nigeria is going down while we are going up. No one will dare stop us. We are a moving train. It does not matter who stands in our way. We'll push them down and we'll get Biafra. Biafra will get it's Biafra or no or none. Thank you so much, guys, and thank you, Otunwe, whenever you want, and you can come back and then we'll give you back the mic. Escobar, you have been going in and out all this while. If you're there, please have your 4 minutes. Thank
where
you.
is our Ada? Ada don't come out, go kitchen, leave you.
She had the network kick her out and she came back. So I'm waiting for you to give her back the co-host.
I'm looking for her. I can't find her.
She went out again.
Okay.
Let me see.
I think we have Minister Jaja here. Let's see if we can bring him up.
Yeah, just bring Jaja up then, if the network will
Jaja
allow
is
him.
not, we bring Clara Dim.
Okay.
Where is Jaja? I think I just saw Jaja now. Jaja has disappeared.
Let me see.
Jaja
Minister Sania Parawa, please, can you play that record again, please?
The record
so that
is okay. I'll look for it.
please, thank you.
Where Jaja did? Jaja don't disappear because in the borrow network, maybe he never paid the person where he borrowed the network. Okay, let's put Clara Dims. Clara Dims, carry co-host, please.
Okay, bring Clara Dims up.
Thank you. Continue, please.
Okay, Escobar, you got Escobar. You have 4 minutes,
Okay.
please. Make it snap.
Yeah. Good afternoon, Biafrans all over the world. Good afternoon, Minister of Information and all the ministers in the house. You know, one thing I just wanted to point out is before this whole IPOB agitation started, everybody that was involved had to take an oath, and a lot of things we are saying in those oaths. And now these people are now not just betraying their own selves, they are betraying the people that died years before, over 50, 60 years ago. They are betraying our leader, they are betraying even God, the gods of the land. They go as far as betraying their ancestors. And yet, maybe 50 years from now, their children and their children's children will start suffering what they don't know. Because this thing is spiritual. How can you go as far as betraying the land? And you claim that you are a Biafran and you claim that you are working for him because you think you get money that you just spend in less than 20 years, you will die. Even if you reach 20 years, there is consequences coming, and the consequences will be on their children, and their children will be suffering what they don't know. Now they are at the final spot that they don't even know what they are doing again. Now this is a time of confusion. Leaking old ESN camp to Nigerian military foolishly going there to show off, bringing out expired guns, old camp, nobody's in the camp. You came to a camp that nobody is, and you are celebrating and you are snapping pictures and you are calling them.
My brother, leave that camp alone. Just do that thing.
No problem. The truth is that we are the final lap, and the consequences of this thing will not just rest on these people, because I know that the government of Biafra in exile is going to treat them, but their children will suffer what they don't know, and that is very bad. Because at the end of the day, Biafra will come. At the end of the day, Biafra will come, because this is a spiritual movement. No matter how it happens, Biafra must come, and it will happen this year. And a lot of things will be happening. Things are just starting. A lot of things will still happen. But I'm grateful that we are on the right track. And for all those people that are still checking whether Simon Ekpa is doing it right, whether all those people that are being paid to do Twitter puppets, nonsense, all those kind of things, it's time to use your head. Even if you hate Simon Ekpa, even if you hate the government in exile, even if you hate whatever you think you hate, don't side with the enemy. Just be neutral. Stay away. If you don't want to join the movement, but you should join, because it is your ticket to heaven. Whatever you do for the restoration of Biafra is your ticket to heaven. The heaven that you can see on earth is Biafra that is coming. So we are already finished. We are already at the final lap. In less than how many months to go now, Biafra will be declared. Everybody will be quiet. Everybody. So we are already winning. We are at the final lap. More exposure is going to be coming out soon. And at the end, Biafra will be restored, because nothing can stop it. Our leader, Nnamdi Kanu, will still come out and he will tell his story. When he comes out, he will tell us a lot of stories, because there are a lot of things we don't know yet. Thank you, Biafrans. Let's keep moving. We are winning. Thank you.
Thank you, Escobar, for that wonderful submission. So before we go to Mazi, who is that? Mazi Elvis Nwanko. Before we go there, and our co-host Clara Dims, welcome, and if you can make a submission, thank you for coming.
Hello, Biafrans. Hello, everyone. It's nice to join you people today. I welcome everybody to this space. As regards Chika Edoziem, all the oaths that they have taken, or everything that they have done to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and the Biafra restoration. It's all confession time for them now. What is happening is that the fear is getting to all of them. Every single one of these people, they know what is coming in the next few months. And that is everybody's juggling their time. God is in control of everything we are doing. When they say Biafra is spiritual, this is a typical example of it. When Mark Simon Ekpa said, whenever they mention my name or whenever they mention anything, they will just open their mouth and be confessing. This is an example of their confession. They will confess and they will continue to tell every atrocity that they have committed. We all know all of this, but it's good to know that it's coming from their mouth. We know that that is what they have done. No matter whatever we are saying here, those foolish flies that want to follow person into the grave, they will continue to follow them because they are as bad as them. But what has happened, this is a significant step because Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is going to the court again. These are all calculations on their own part because they want this man dead. They don't want him alive. That is all that is happening now. They don't want him alive to come and tell us everything that has happened. The intention when they kidnapped him in Kenya was not to keep him alive. These are evil people. These are people we should be making sure we are watching them very, very well with a long spoon. They are not going to stop because they are engulfed in evilness. Working with the governors and all the people they are working with in the old Eastern region, they should carry on because we know what we want. Our eyes is on the sun. So we are not going to relent. We are not going to stop. We will continue with what we are doing because they have failed and they will not rise again. We are the one rising. They will not rise again. They will continue to meander and going round the circle and they will not get anywhere. This is what we are going to do. We are going to make sure we are focusing on what we are doing. We are not going to allow them to derail us. We are not going to allow them to drag us into what they want us to do. Our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, he said he's got the template. We will be focused on the template, and that is what we are going to go with. They can come into anywhere with all sorts of bombshell, and what they are saying. We know for a fact that they do not want our Oyendu to be alive, and that is what is killing them because the man has defied all sorts of pains and all sorts of things they've put on in his path, and he's still alive. He's such a great man. That man Oyendu, my good Lord, I cannot begin to express how grateful I am for God keeping him till now. With everything he's going through, he's here. He's here with us, and God will keep him till the end, and he will raise that flag, that our beautiful flag, the Biafra flag. Thank you, everybody. I'll still be here supporting this space.
Thank you so much, our co-host Clara Dins, for that wonderful opening remark from you. Thank you so much. Just like what our Prime Minister have been saying, just like we all know, we have to remind the Biafrans again that the convention that is coming up in Finland, officially, Biafran will be having a new flag. So we have to remember this. We'll be having a new flag because the Biafran flag at the moment, it looks like an Islamic State flag, according to the research that our Prime Minister have done. So we have to know that we'll be having a new flag at the next convention that is coming up in Finland, either the declaration or maybe certificate, just to certify that Biafran have been declared or something like that. So it depends on what happened before then. Thank you so much, Claridin, for that. Just like what our leader, Onyendu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu says, we are moving gingerly to the finishing line. And remember what our Prime Minister said. He said that our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, will be released in a historic manner. This historic manner, for those of us that is doubting or whatever, Go and check the meaning of historic manner. I don't want to go further. Thank you so much, Claridine, for that, and thank Elvis Nwankwo for being patient. And you have your 4 minutes. You can unmute your mic. Elvis Nwankwo, are you there? Okay, then we'll go to Toby. Toby, you can unmute your mic. You have your 4 minutes.
I'm there. I've come back. Sorry, sir. Please.
Go ahead. Your 4 minutes start now.
Okay. I greet everyone in this platform, Biko Biafrans. Please, you will pardon me. I come from Zoo, Lagos State. Where I want to emphasize, please, where I want to emphasize is this sit at home. Please, we need on Friday sit at home. Friday sit at home for this to step up this game very well. We have been saying about it. We have not applied that very thing. Please let us add one more day. Please, I beg of you. I am in Lagos Zoo, but even this morning, before God and man, he affected Lagos. Even all this while, it used to affect Lagos, but I even confirmed to you that even this morning, I was in Maza area, my 2 area. Anybody that knows Lagos very well, in Young Park, Young is not moving. So whenever you see Young not moving, know that it's penetrating. Please, we need on Friday, please. There is 1. 2, there is not any, in our book, we don't have any mercy. In our book, there's not any mercy. Why I say so is because of somebody talking about forgiveness. We don't know that forgiveness because minus you being against your brothers, at least by now, we have gone far. Yes. When the Prime Minister used to say such thing, do you think he don't know what he's saying? He knows what he's saying. He knows what he's saying. For over how many years these criminals was following, moving. Some people did not even believe in Biafra. Do you know why? Some people that I used to go and approach, they say every year they remain doing this. I think you understand. But I try to let them know that the man handling this steering now is not who they know before. That stone that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have promised us have arrived. And they have arrived for since 3 years now. And he's pushing it. And this year is bringing it to our domots. Somebody like me, my position in Biafra movement is to carry your messages, all of you, that I couldn't even call your name. But I know all of you one by one. And may Almighty God bless all of you. I know all of you very well. All your message, I share it accordingly. For a long time, I'm not in Twitter, but the little time that I have tried, bought another phone, try to make sure I follow my brothers and sisters. I've been sharing the message accordingly. In Facebook, I do the same. In YouTube, I do the same. So I bless every man and woman in this platform fighting for the goodness of Biafra. May God, Chukwokike, restore you, your family, what you work to make sure you move this Biafra to a good destination. I pray that Almighty God will restore you and your businesses. So I pray, please try to move this to Prime Minister that we must have Friday as sit at home. Join. Now things have spoiled in Zoo government here. If you want me to tell you, Vam know what I am talking about. It's the same man that I discussed with you this morning. If I tell you how much they sell paint of rubber in paint of rice in Zoo today, you will not believe it. But let us put more fire here so that things will come out. Yes, they are afraid now. They want to release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and they must. They don't have matter of they don't know what to do again. They are confused.
They must to release him so that he will go and make sure he control prime minister. That is what they're implying again, because probably how many times they have tried this spiritual leader to begin to sign this, sign that, sign that, sign that, so that they will release him. It will not work. So,
Mazi, conclude.
Okay. May Almighty God bless all of you. This month will be a biggest month for us. Our leader is going to come back in Jesus' name as I pray. Amen. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you so much for that. In regards to your request, the government have taken note of that. Already, the Prime Minister have promised us in the State of the last State of the Union address. I think maybe it haven't come with the conclusion of when to start and the date. The Prime Minister was the one that initiated it because of the popular demand. So the Friday sit at home is still in the pipeline until the Prime Minister have finalized date and the time, and everything will be out to the public and we all know what's going on. So that's what I can tell you in regard to that what you said. Because the strangulation of the economic strangulation of the terrorist Islamic State of Nigeria continues, because that's why $1 today is almost 2,000 naira, if not more than that. Already, our Prime Minister have said it, that before Biafra got declared, at this time that we know that it's November, December, that $1 will be almost 5,000 or even more than that naira.
5,500.
So that is where the government is going. Even these 2,000 come as quick as, because the government was timing maybe around April, May or something, but you can see already. So the economic strangulation of the Islamic State of Nigeria, because where they get the money to sponsor the terrorism and the jihad against our people is from Biafra land. So the government is doing everything possible to make sure that that money doesn't go to their pocket. Big companies will keep on fleeing the Islamic State of Nigeria and going elsewhere. We welcome them back in Biafra when Biafra is redeclared and they stand as a nation. So they all know that's what's going on. The ship is sinking. Everyone is packing their bag and running away because no one wants to be sunk with the ship. Even those people, those terrorist Islamic State armies, ragtag army and their likes, the whole military, the whole security apparatus, are they willing to sink with the ship that is called Nigeria? No, they are not, because they don't even like that place. They are just there for the money. But our gallant men, they are there for our people. This is not people that you put on a payroll. These are selfless something that they're doing. They are doing it for the motherland. This is the difference. This is a volunteer army. It's very, 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 very difficult to defeat a volunteer army. What happened in 67 to 70 will never repeat itself, because like what our government have been saying, we have learned a lot of our lessons from what happened, the event that took place, both the traitors and the saboteurs, including the person that we're holding the space tonight, and their cohorts. They will never ever succeed because the game have changed.
Yeah.
Our Prime Minister is using a different mandate. You cannot put 1 to 1 and it's equal to 2. Not in the government of Bridge. 1 plus 1 is never 2. You go and do the question. Thank you very much, our brother, for that wonderful one. And I can see our co-host hands is up. Clara, then you have the mic.
Yeah, I just wanted to add to what you just said about the currency. I heard if you have a foreign bank account in Nigeria, like if you have a foreign currency account in Nigeria, that now you can your foreign currency will not be kept in the way it is. For example, you have a dollar account or euro account or something like that. It's good now. They have just going to turn your money into naira. Not even, you can, if you want to go and withdraw, you will not going to be able to withdraw. For example, you have probably $5,000 in your account. You cannot withdraw back in dollars. You have to withdraw in naira. So this is all the impact of the regulation of what we are doing, affecting the economy of Nigeria. They are now scrambling, fighting on how to keep the naira against the dollar strong. So they are innocent Nigerians, innocent people who are abroad working very hard, put their money in dollars, or even people, Nigerians who put their money in foreign currency, cannot actually get their money back in the currency which they have kept it. They have to be paid in naira. This is the type of government that we currently have now. A boom and bust government that you cannot rely on. It's being led by gangs of criminals. every criminality. They will not inform citizens on what they are doing. You go to the bank, you hear different stories all the time. This is exactly what we are doing. That is why nothing, absolutely nothing is stopping Biafra. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Clarice, our co-host. This is a gang of criminal. Nigeria is the most corrupt country. Let's call it a country. Nigeria is the most corrupt country in the whole wide world. The event and the things that is happening in Nigeria Islamic State will never ever, in a sane society, will never happen anywhere else. It's never acceptable. I don't know. Sometimes I begin to ask myself a question. Is it anything that they shot in the air in the Islamic State of Nigeria that does not make people think? A lot of things Nigeria also. Before you can bring one story, another one already have overtaken it. Where do you even want to start? Now they are talking about combining NIN or whatever with your bank account or whatever. If you cannot be able, a lot of people doesn't have phone number that is working at the moment because the Islamic State of Nigeria have taken them out because they couldn't be able to meet up with whatever the demand that they wanted. These are criminal entity. They find what they were waiting for. They are waiting to make sure that as soon as Biafra get declared, they can seize the money of Biafrans in the terrorist Islamic State of Nigeria banks. But our Prime Minister and Bridge is 1,000 steps ahead of them. Ejema is here. Biafra coin is here. This is the first legitimate coin in the market that is owned by a country. The rest of the coins is owned by criminals too. An organization that you don't know who in the face of the owner. But Biafra coin is the one that you go and put your money in, invest in Biafra coin, and you know that you're dealing with an entity. It is not those people that go and speculate whatever the stock market is. These are a bunch of criminals. This is what they do. This is how they do. They make their living. So nothing surprises us anymore. Before, a couple of weeks ago, before now, if you want to send money through online, before you can send to someone that have a dollar account in the Islamic State. No, not anymore. They cancel it already. It has to be in Naira. It does not matter what it is. Just to tell you that these people, apart from that, they know that they're gone. They know that the Nigeria is finished. They are trying to do anything to see if they can steal as much as they can. They know that they cannot salvage it anymore. Let's be honest. They have a parallel government in Nigeria. There's one in Abuja, one in Lagos. So how do you combine it? The government itself is divided, let alone. So we all know that how they work. Biafrans are not part of them, and they know that. They wanted to seize out Biafrans' money, but already the government have made it impossible for them. So they are crying and kicking and screaming and hitting can all over the street because they never expected this. And the more the day comes, the more the government bridge is tightening the noose on Nigeria ass. At the end of the day, they are going to deal with them. They will be fighting themselves while Biafra is enjoying and laughing and having party. Thank you so much, our co-host Claridin, for that, a wonderful one. And Toby, you can have 4 minutes, please, and make it snappy, please, my brother. Go ahead.
Good, everyone. Can you hear me?
Toby, go ahead. Your 4 minutes start.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay. Yeah, good, everyone. I'm gonna make my own quite snappy. I've got like a few points.
Okay, I cannot hear Toby. Unfortunately, I have to.
No, they said they can hear me.
I don't know if the minister will have to bring me down and bring me up again.
Can you not hear me?
Sonny, can you bring the co-host down and bring so that he can come back again? Because we can hear Toby, but it seems he can hear him.
Even me though, I can't even hear Toby, but I'm hearing the co-host. I don't know if it was for me too. So.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, I can hear you.
I can hear
our
you
co-host.
too.
I can hear Simon
Okay,
but I can't hear
should I bring
Toby.
down? What should I do?
No, but
yeah,
no, Toby, no, Toby. I don't think no one. I can't hear him. So who is hearing Toby then?
One can hear. I can hear Toby.
Yeah, I can actually hear her.
Then we need to bring Toby down because I can hear.
G-Wag, let's bring you down and bring you up again.
But I can hear G-Wag
Okay.
and Sonny and Clara James. I can hear Toby too.
Oh my God.
Okay, now,
okay. Is it maybe you can bring me?
If you don't hear anybody, just go down totally. Go down totally, and then you close your Twitter. Close your Twitter app. Close all the windows that are open on your phone. Close them all. Then you open again. It will refresh your phone. So when you log in, It will clear the cache and you'll be able to hear everyone.
Okay.
Even with this phone that I'm using now, when the network hook, I will just close the Twitter app. I'll come again and then reconnect and restore the space.
Okay.
Clara Dims, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, and I can hear Toby as well.
Okay, right
Toby,
on.
go on. Carry on.
Okay. Yeah, so let me make it real quick if everyone can hear me. I don't know what the option is, if I'm to go down or just carry on talking.
Go on, keep
Right.
talking.
So I've got few just 2 points to actually make today. First of all, from the observation and from the title of this conversation today, Chika, Edoziem, Confessed. So when I look at that, right, I paid attention to what's happening, right? So if you look at the count properly and what Chika actually mentioned, so my take on this is probably they have actually trying to reach out the Biafra liberation armies, and they have never or can never ever get to them. So on the Cheka side, they have an arrangement with the government. So basically, the government knows where their camp is. They know where their people are. So when they get there, if you check, they didn't see anyone. They didn't kill anyone. They all are shouting it, just like where is Gentle. They've been shouting out, made some videos. Actually, go back and then post it. Remember, this is just like Nigerians' way of propaganda. They are very good at it. If they kill any of Biafra Liberation Army, they will be the first to televise. They will make it known to everywhere. They've been trying to do this, but they haven't had any, they don't have any power to do so. So they just come up with an empty house, and where you have probably their camp that their arrangement with the Chika, Edoziem and co. Right? They just made a video and then just to make it look like they are doing something, because I do believe if they kill anyone, they will be the first to televise it. Remember what happened to Ikonso? They will be so proud. I remember when they kidnapped Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, they want to televise, they want to show you that they are doing something, or they are trying to tramp you down. For the fact that they can't even near where the armies are, they just went there and make that video and then trying to use their propaganda to walk people down. But the thing is, the more they do their propaganda, the more they go down. And one of the things that baffles me is, what's the leadership actually doing to themselves. I can clearly see that one of the problem is, about ego and, selfishness and probably greed. So they've offered you the kind of money you've never imagined to have in your life, and then you left everything that you stand for and let everything go and then went for money. Secondly, someone is way better than you. This person outclassed you in all ramification. Why not step aside or work together with this person that actually, like, in all ramification, you can clearly see, rather than you trying to form an alliance or form a bond to work together to achieve a common goal, you form a force to keep on pulling this person down. The person I'm talking about in reference here is just like PM. You can clearly see that PM outclass them in any way, So they want to pull him down at all costs to make sure that they remain where they are. I'm just thinking, like, had it been the PM is not in the picture, what would be our face today? And one of the things that strikes me, or one of the things that I really appreciate about MNK, when he's actually piloting this before they kidnap him, he is a man that actually believes that if you're fighting the same cause as he's doing, right, no matter what happens, he will just support you at all costs. Evidence are clear, and he's everywhere. If you remember back then, him and Sowore was even fighting as in a revolution now. They one Nigerianist, right? But he was able to form a force in US and then came back to Nigeria, right? And the traction, because Sowore wants the government to be pulled down, and this is what MNK wants. He wants this all this rotten system to be golden as well. The form alliance, he supported him, even though they have a different understanding of how to get this to achieve the goal. And similar thing happened when SARS happened, right? The youths of Nigeria, they're not supporting Biafra revelation, or maybe they're not supporting Biafra, so to say, but they want the government to go down or the right thing to be done. You see MK, they tag along. And this reminds me when MK was, trying to praise people that actually, support this impunity to go down. He mentioned Maego. Maego is a Yoruba guy. MK always praise you if you do the right thing or if you're fighting the same cause, no matter who you are. And then talk about on our side, right? When MNK identified our PM Simon Ekpa, not even swearing an oath or anything, he praised him in such a way that he said, "You must." He didn't say like you must be part of me or you just have to work with. He actually saw a new dimension and he called it out, and that's MNK for you. He called so many like FA and all of them, when they were doing the right thing. However, the difference between MNK and the people that say that they're in leadership is the leadership, we know that you're doing the right thing. They want to form a bond to pull you down. They can never support you. While MK will see something right in you, he will praise you and want you to succeed. And that's the clear difference. But the thing the leadership actually forgot to understand is, NK made it clear. Our people understand what is right and they know the truth. And if you say the truth, they will follow you. Just imagine the kind of force the leadership had when Nkem was kidnapped. And imagine what they made themselves to look like today. And imagine what PM was then and imagine what it is today. Because our people know the truth and they follow the truth whenever they see it. That's why you have AK, like there is nothing anyone can do, to take away MK from Igbo people. They just love, not just Igbo, the Biafra in general, right? Because they have seen that light. And similar to, our PM. So the best thing for the leadership, honesty, just dampen down on their ego, suck up their shame, and then be able to come up to the reality. Because as it stands, it's so I don't know how to put it. It's laughable what they made themselves to look like. Honestly, it's so annoying looking at them or hearing this kind of things from as a whole leadership. I can't imagine.